Is that it, Mr. Kinlock?
Yeah. Oh, no, hold it. One more. Yeah, the library contribution. You know, I've been attending all of these meetings. I don't remember, and I served on the library commission before. I absolutely support literacy and literacy program, the literacy council at the library commission. But what the closed libraries, what's important to me is when we talk about specific other governmental entities being involved in what we're doing today, that governmental entity absolutely be a part of this. And me knowing, having served on the Library Commission, and understanding the dynamics of what's going on over there now, for them to be in this piece and specifically talking about reopening. That is the key word, reopening closed libraries. Where did Ms. Mondowney or the Library Commission, what conversation were had to even talk about reopening any closed libraries? Because there's a number of other factors besides repair and maintenance that's that the library, Detroit Public Library is dealing with. So I want to know where that came from.
So thank you for raising that question. That actually came from a representative who works for the library and said that the barriers to some of those being opening, not the total, were repairs. And those were not libraries in the downtown area, but throughout the neighborhoods. And so it was said in a list of other issues that were happening. But that is how we got to that, is talking to someone who directly works for the library.
Unless you're talking with Ms. Mondowney or one of the other, I'm just saying. So I
appreciate that.
I'm just saying, absolutely.
And that's why we're having these conversations. And I do appreciate you raising that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kinlock. Before we get to, I know I have Ms. Jackson and Eddie on this library issue, and I know we also have another comment. As a general comment, this was something that stood out to me as well, is that one of the practices that we've had with this body, for instance, Cass Tech, where we had either the school or representatives of the school and people from the community came with a specific request, in many cases in writing, for something. And I don't recall us getting something from the Library Commission or an official body of the library to this body asking that they be included. And I'm not suggesting they shouldn't be, but there are so many requests. We have so many different interest groups that have actually presented certain things, and we've been trying to narrow down. And so I think, to Mr. Kinlock's point, sort of something that was really, we don't recall really being solicited by that entity. And those are resources that you're going to expend that could go to other things. So I just want to make that as a general point for the general public.
And I did ask a library commissioner, wasn't aware of this. Had not reached out to Ms. Mondowney, but yeah.
Yeah, and